Hey everybody, my name is Emily Krings. I'm a content writer and the owner of Quill Content Writing. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than anything I've ever done before. I'm going to do a critical edit of an article submitted by one of my followers on Twitter. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the editing process.
Okay, so this is the article, Corona Pandemic and Opportunity for Writers and Bloggers. So right off the bat, headings should not have colons after them. This is that's not where a colon goes. So first let's take all of those out. Business. Okay, so also the corona, let's not call it the corona pandemic, let's call it the coronavirus pandemic. Especially, so corona, so we're going to change the name to the coronavirus pandemic and opportunity for writers and bloggers. Milton Berle said, if opportunity does not knock, build a door. But for writers, okay, so there's no comma right here. But for writers, Albert Einstein's quote matches the pandemic situation very well. Let me put fits. He quoted, but he said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The global economy is at its lowest due to the coronavirus pandemic. It is drawing resources from their tracks like none other disasters ever did. This doesn't really make sense. It is drawing resources from their tracks like none other disasters ever did. It is stopping the entire world in its tracks, unlike any other disaster has done. Okay, the worst part is, so basically with that, it just makes it more readable, makes it make a little bit more sense. The worst part is, it is affecting our finances even more severely. Just going to put, it is affecting our finances due to I'm going to put, okay, since everything seems to be freezing in time, the economy is taking a hit. Brick and mortar business. So we're going to explain why the economy is taking a hit. Brick and mortar businesses are being forced to shut down as orders to social distance are set in place. I think here what the important thing is we can't just say the economy is taking a hit. We have to explain it. Let me see if it says, yeah, so it explains it further down. So we're going to leave it at this. It is hurting the without. Okay, so we're just going to leave that as is. But there's an opportunity for us all. I'm going to put many businesses. Many people are struggling. But even in the face of despair, comma. So I'm not happy with this sentence yet, so I'm just going to put a little marker there to remind me to come back. There's an opportunity for us all. Okay, so in this article, okay, so yeah, I'm not happy with this sentence, so we're going to keep this little marker until we come back. Even in the face of despair, there's an opportunity for us all. In order to tap into this world opportunity, we have to accept change and adapt to the circumstances. In this article, so this last sentence of the intro is supposed to summarize the entire article, but it's supposed to flow. So in this article, I'm shedding light on coronavirus itself and its impacts on the global economy. Most importantly, I'm sharing how writers can survive the lockdown and productively utilize their time. Okay, I'm also not completely happy with this, so we're going to come back to that. Okay, coronavirus. We're not talking about the beer here, or COVID-19. Coronavirus disease, also called COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by a new... Okay, I'm going to replace these comma with M dashes just because I'm a huge fan of M dashes. I think it makes it a little bit more professional, a little bit easier to read, because sometimes commas can get confusing. Is an infectious disease caused by a new virus initiated from Wuhan, China. Okay, so this, we're not going to say this from China. It's an infectious disease because, okay, so another thing about talking about the coronavirus and sensitive subjects like this is, it's not a sensitive subject, but subjects like this is, there are some ideas floating around surrounding this virus that we don't want to perpetuate. It's an infectious disease, so we're going to say that has spread through the world from late 2019 through the spring of 2020. I'm going to say COVID-19. Okay, so another thing with the COVID-19, I've seen it written with the COVID all capitalized and also with just the first letter, the first C capitalized. So I think the important thing here is just keeping it consistent because I can't find like the right way to write it. So yeah, just keep it consistent throughout the thing. So COVID-19 is a respiratory virus causing slight breathing problems and fever. Okay, we're just going to take out slight because there's no measure. It's different in every case. A COVID-19 patient doesn't need any specific treatment. Doesn't need any specific treatment unless secondary issues are caused by the virus. According to the World Health Organization, the coronavirus can infect people regardless of their age. The World Health Organization further cautioned, okay, the previous, warns people with history of asthma, diabetes, or, so I'm not a fan of the Oxford comma, it's not typically used in blog posts, with a history. Okay, so I'm not sure if asthma, diabetes, and heart diseases should be capitalized. I don't think so, but let me check. Asthma. Okay, no. What else do we say? Heart disease. Okay. Heart disease. Okay, now diabetes. Okay. Okay, now these are all things that do not, yeah, these don't need to be capitalized. Sometimes there's a lot of phrases where I'm overly cautious just to make sure I'm either spelling it right, using the appropriate punctuation. Just because you see it written differently, you just want to make sure you have the proper way of writing it. Okay, so the World Health Organization warns people with a history of asthma, diabetes, or heart disease. Okay, there's disease, don't need a comma here, to consider extra precautionary measures because of their vulnerability. Okay. Source of spread and precautions. Okay, so since we used the capital C before, we're going to use it again. A COVID-19 patient being an active carrier disease. Okay. Okay, I don't like this. A COVID-19 patient can spread the virus through their saliva extracted I don't like this either. Okay, we're gonna come back to this also. So basically the reason why I highlight things to come back to is sometimes whenever I go further, it makes more sense, or another phrase that we use, or something that ties back together. So that's kind of the reason why I save stuff to go back to. The only way to remain safe from the infection is, okay, we do not need a semicolon here, is to wash your hands frequently with warm water and soap, or apply alcohol-based disinfectant. To stop its extensive spread within communities throughout the globe, governments and health departments within communities throughout the globe. Okay, so this is governments and health departments enforce extreme measures, including social distancing and complete lockdown. Okay, these measures were obligated to set in place to limit, that's not how you spell place, to limit spread by keeping the physical distance of at least 2 meters, okay, in public places. Some governments considered even strict measures, okay, have locked down entire communities with no permission, prohibiting people, okay, we're going to say, prohibiting people from leaving their current location. Lockdown in the global, and the, so also with the capitalization of headings, I don't typically do it. It's a style preference. Honestly, I don't keep it capitalized, and then if your site is designed to automatically put your headings, whether it's an H1, H2, or H3, etc., into all cap locks, then so be it. But this is how he had it, so I'm just going to leave it be. Okay. Lockdown has economically impacted not only communities, but nearly every industry around the globe. I'm going to put these lockdowns because it's multiple. Lockdowns have impacted, okay, we're going to put impacted nearly every industry around the globe, which has caused economies to slow. The unemployment rate is ridiculously inflated as an initial impact of the pandemic as a result.
So we're gonna pick back up on the edits for this article in a part 2 video. You can find the link to the second part in the description below.